Being committed and making a commitment are two very different things. Have you made a promise or commitment to someone? Has someone made a promise to you? Here are some common missteps when people are creating promises, commitment, even vows in the relationship. The first one is saying that you're committed to this relationship or hearing that someone is committed to the relationship. Committed is a state of mind. It's not actually a thing. It takes place right up here. It's also very mischievous. When you're committed to your goals, committed to doing this, committed to drinking water all day, committed to eating healthy, committed to going to exercise every day, committed to reading 10 minutes before bedtime, whatever it is, you are the one who gets to decide every single time how to wiggle out of that. It's just you. It's just up here. The second pitfall is having a wait and see attitude. I'm going to make this commitment as long as they do X, Y, and Z. I promise I will do X if they do Y. That is not a commitment. That is not a promise. Is going to ruin your promise before it even begins. Promises and commitments are co-owned. So a wait and see attitude is actually adversarial to making a real promise or commitment. A wait and see attitude does not take responsibility, and a commitment takes two, at least, that take responsibility. Third pitfall, requests are not promises. You find requests in the day-to-day. Yes, no, will you do the laundry? Yes, great. As the requester, you release the responsibility. Not yours, not doing it. It was an accepted request. Whether or not it happens or not, guess who gets to be mad? The requester. A request and a promise are very different things. A commitment or a promise is co-owned. Both people take responsibility for that thing happening. You may have a request for your partner. They may or they may not accept. When you make a request, you're relinquishing your responsibility. You're also the one who gets to be mad or not. When you're making a commitment or promise, that thing is co-owned by both people. And equally, both people are responsible for the outcome or it happening. It's a tiny game you get to play in your marriage or your relationship. Promises and commitments are bigger than the day-to-day requests that are answered with a yes or no. Promises and commitments are the foundation to relationship. Requests will not give you a solid foundation, and being committed to a relationship does not do much unless you are making commitments in your relationship. In business, in friendships, even in the ones that we pay bills to. At some point, we've signed a contract, or maybe there's been agreements made. We do them in all of our relationships. In our really close ones, we typically call them promises. Call them commitments. We call them vows. We may call them covenants. They are co-owned, taking responsibility to making sure that they happen or going back to the drawing board. You say vows to make sure that something happens that has not existed before. And that's how you keep your relationships moving into the future.